Hey guys, Peg Warmer here. Just checking out Earthrise Cliffjumper. I was really pumped when I saw this come out. I know it's been out for a while. I'm just late to the party, but I got super excited because of his alt mode, and I'll get into that in a little bit. But there he is in packaging. You can see some of his goodies over there. Nothing that groundbreaking. I do love that they gave him a big gun. That reminds me of the one of the original episodes where he's got, Megatron dead in his viewfinder or something. Let me get him out and we'll take a look at him. And here's Cliffjumper out of packaging, and he is tiny, so adorable. I don't know why I didn't expect him to be this small, but I didn't. Man, so cute. Nice articulation. The elbow, that's 90 degrees. We do have a wrist rotation. His arms go out pretty good, pretty far. Head. Oh, it's stiff. All right, can turn. Not really look up. Down a minute amount. His legs all the way out. Kick back pretty far, and the backpack doesn't really get in the way. Now, I guess you can take that off. I probably won't, but nice. Only a single jointed knee. That's okay. So tiny. I love it. It's the me of the Transformers. All right, let's take a close look at that face. Looks great. Lots of nice little sculpted details here. Oh, well, that's an uncomfortable look. There's the backpack. Let's see here. Oh yeah, it just comes right off. Yeah, I don't care. Doesn't, to me anyway, it doesn't really. I'd rather have all his pieces with him. The legs look pretty good. His feet look pretty good. Very nice. I like him. I like him a lot. All right, let me get him transformed and we'll take a look. All right, here we are with Cliffjumper all transformed, and this is going to sound nerdy, but this is why I was so excited for this character. I know originally in the show, I think he's supposed to be a Porsche 924, I believe, but to me, and he looks great transformed. I mean, if you don't look too hard at kind of the gaps and everything, but to me, when I see this, this is so lame. All I see is like an 86 or an 87 Chrysler Conquest TSI. Which I love, and would love to get one someday. I mean, and I'm sure I'll throw pictures up here on the screen, but I mean, just from the way the front end looks, to the way the hatch goes back, the way the spoiler is, that's the first thing I thought when I saw this. I was like, oh my God, they're making a Conquest, alt mode of somebody. That's great. And I was like, wait, it's Cliffjumper. Okay. There he is. Now I do have I believe it's X-Transbots version. Theoretically, this is what he was supposed to be. So, kind of the same idea, sort of. I get it. I see what they were going for. But to me, it's just a Conquest all day long. and I'm fine with it. I want to say I prefer it because, you know, I like that the character was a Porsche. I think that's cool. I just think, you know, I like those cars so much that I'm totally fine with that. Yeah, I don't know if it was just a licensing thing. They couldn't do them in this mode, or if they're not doing any of the alt modes as 100% faithful. They're just trying to do homages to them. But that's why I was really excited. I'm really into cars, and I just saw that, and I thought it looked fantastic. It's a little, you know, the proportions aren't 100% right, but man, it looks close. Let me, we'll do a little comparison, because this is all I have to compare them against. I don't have any other versions. There was no Siege version. This X-Transbot's really all I got to compare it to. Size-wise, obviously they're not going to be the same because he's Masterpiece scale, and he is not. But, you know, and the red, you know, the reds are a different color. Actually, it's not really even fair to compare the two of them, because you can't compare Masterpiece to a Generations. But what I will do, though, is I will get X-Transbots transformed up, put this guy back, and we'll see how they look, how close Generations got it to the regular mode. All right, and here they both are in their robot mode. And, you know, this was obviously quite a bit more expensive than this guy. And still has a backpack. And they look pretty darn close together. They really do. I'm super impressed with the job that Hasbro did on this. For the price point, and for as small as it is, to still get, you know, all the major things right. And I noticed a lot of stuff that was very similar in the transformation of both of these guys. So I guess copyright infringement kind of goes both ways. Yeah, I mean, he looks great. They did a really, really great job engineering him. Posable, the face sculpt looks great, probably better than on this guy. He looks kind of generic. This looks much better. So, yeah, they really did an outstanding job. And actually, it's just funny how small he is by comparison. He might even be the wrong size for Masterpiece, but I don't think he is. But either way, it was the only one that I could find. And one of the nice things that this has going for it is it doesn't have any fake parts, whereas this guy, like, here's the windshield. Oh wait, but here's the windshield. But wait, but here's, and he doesn't even look like that when he's transformed. Like, that doesn't even look like, it's not blue. It's black. So, but anyway. Okay, so here's that blaster. It looks pretty nice. Some nice detailing on it. I like that, you know, it's not just a flat piece of plastic right there, so it looks like it could actually be the barrel of a blaster. And he can hold it pretty well. Now, you can't get him into that classic position like from the original 3-part series, but that's okay because it's only a $20 toy. There he is with his ridiculously overcompensating weapon, which is terrific. And also his hatch can be used as a shield if you want. So there he is, ready for combat. And here's another option you have. You can break his long gun apart into 2 smaller guns, and those will both peg nicely into his hands. So you could have him pew pew bang bang, as Emgo would say. Lots of cool little options with that. And let's see what else we can do with it. Here's another option. I just clipped on these, I don't know, whatever they were that he was using to level it when it would be on the ground. You can clip one of those into each of the broken up pistols. Make it look like it's got like an extra clip or something on the side of it. So that's pretty cool. You could also plug it into his backpack here, even though they don't really match. Pretty cool. Like, he's got a rockets or something on there he can fire. You could use this thing as a club of some sort. Not a whole lot else to do with these little pieces, but it is pretty neat. You get some pretty fun things you can experiment around with. And what's even cooler is what this will do when it's in vehicle mode. So let's check that out. All right, got them into vehicle mode. Now, what's fun with these accessories is you can plug this one like this, I believe. And then high quality content I make here. No wonder I have so many subscribers. All right, I'll get those plugged in like that. And then these guys go in here and they go underneath the tire. Now you too can recreate the fun of having Cliffjumper water ski. Okay, so here is Cliffjumper, and he's in vehicle mode along with hoist, wheeljack, smokescreen, astrotrain, jetfire, prime, ironhide, and prow. So you can see it's not perfect. Everything by itself, you know, if this was a regular van, I mean, if this was like a full-size van, you know, that comparison might be right. But from what I understand, the Cherry Vanette is based off the Cherry, which was sort of like our Sentra, or maybe NX 2000, but I don't think it's supposed to be that huge. So this scale is a little off. Even if this is a regular Z car, if this is supposed to be either that Porsche or, in my mind, that Conquest TSI, it's still not 100% right. So it doesn't scale perfectly, but then again, here's a big purple train with rocket boosters. I'm sure that would be quite a bit bigger than two Nissan 280Zs parked end to end. I'm pretty sure this train will be substantially bigger. Doesn't perfectly scale, but you know, he's a little guy, so it was gonna be hard to make his alt mode scale 100% with these other guys that are slightly larger. So there's Cliffjumper alongside hoist, again kind of small, and prime kind of small. He does fit in the trailer. And you can close the trailer. But I don't think it's unreasonable to think that a person that could fit inside this car would also fit inside that. But you can tell this is just scaled just a little bit. This should be slightly smaller if it was going to be in size. Conversely, here it should be slightly bigger. So, with his other vehicle friends. But considering he was supposed to be the same size as Bumblebee, I think that of course he was always going to be smaller. It's just unfortunate that the other guys, like these two, seem to scale pretty well. He seems to scale fine, so does he. He probably should be a bit bigger. He should be a bit bigger, but relatively speaking, these guys all go pretty well together on the same scale. And then we've got this guy, but I just cannot get over this mold. I think it looks great. All right, let me put everybody in robot mode and do some more comparisons. And he does seem to scale pretty well in robot mode. I actually think he scales better in robot mode than he does in vehicle mode, because he should, you know, he's a lot shorter than these other guys, but not terribly so. You know, obviously a lot shorter than Jetfire, but so is everybody else. So I think he fits in well, he scales well, his alt mode is great. I think that he is just about perfect for the Earthrise line. He's not 100% G1 accurate, but he's there in spirit, and it's a lot closer than anything we've gotten lately. And, you know, there was no Siege version to compare him to. I think he is fantastic, and I strongly recommend picking him up. You wouldn't be disappointed. Thanks a lot, guys. I'll see you in the next video.